Hey, Bestie viewers! Did you know the food you eat may have a big impact on your brain and not always in a good way? Some foods may mess with your memory, make it harder to think, and even lower your IQ over time. It's like how junk food may affect your body's health, but this time, it's all about your brain. We're going to talk about 11 common foods that could be secretly harming your brain's health. From everyday snacks to drinks that give you a sugar high, these items may do more harm than good when it comes to your noggin. So let's take a look at these foods one by one and find out exactly why they're not the best brain food. But how can you protect your brain? Watch the complete video and learn the top 7 foods that protect your brain. Now let's begin with the video. 1. Sugary drinks. Drinking sugary beverages is a sweet pleasure that many find hard to resist. Yet, indulging in these drinks may have bitter consequences for the brain. When you consume a sugary drink, your body is flooded with glucose, a simple sugar. This spike in blood sugar forces the pancreas to release insulin, a hormone that helps cells absorb glucose for energy. However, the brain is affected differently. In the brain, too much glucose may lead to a state of hyperglycemia, which, over time, may harm brain cells in the blood vessels that nourish them. According to studies, an excessive intake of sugary drinks increases the odds of developing type 2 diabetes, which has been shown to increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Simultaneously, the repeated spikes in blood sugar and insulin may lead to insulin resistance. This condition diminishes the brain's ability to use glucose efficiently, starving it of energy. Over time, insulin resistance is associated with the development of neurodegenerative diseases, which may further degrade cognitive capabilities. Moreover, excessive sugar consumption interferes with the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a crucial protein that supports neuron growth and survival. Low levels of this protein are linked to memory impairment and reduced learning capacity, key components of what we consider our IQ. 2. Refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates, found in foods like white bread, pastries, and other processed snacks, are stripped of their fiber and nutrients during processing. A high intake of refined carbohydrates is associated with inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 conditions detrimental to brain health. Chronic inflammation may damage brain cells and hinder the repair of damaged brain tissue, while oxidative stress may lead to the death of neurons. These conditions not only impair current cognitive functioning, but also set the stage for neurodegenerative diseases, which may further degrade intelligence and cognitive capabilities. Furthermore, refined carbohydrates may alter the composition of the gut microbiota, leading to dysbiosis, an imbalance that has been linked to decreased cognitive functioning. The gut microbiota influences the brain's health through various pathways, including immune system modulation, and an imbalance may contribute to inflammation and neurodegeneration. Carbohydrates may have other effects on the brain too. For example, one study found that children aged 6 to 7 who consumed diets high in refined carbs also scored lower on nonverbal intelligence. 3. Trans fats. The initial concern with trans fats is their influence on cholesterol levels. Unlike natural fats, trans fats increase levels of low-density lipoprotein, LDL cholesterol. Elevated levels of LDL cholesterol may lead to the formation of plaques in blood vessels, reducing blood flow to the brain. Reduced cerebral blood flow compromises the delivery of oxygen and nutrients, essential for maintaining healthy brain function and supporting cognitive abilities. Beyond affecting blood vessels, trans fats also influence the structure and function of cell membranes. Neurons, the brain's communication cells, depend on flexible and fluid cell membranes to transmit signals efficiently. Trans fats may be incorporated into cell membranes, making them more rigid and less responsive. This alteration disrupts neuronal communication, which is critical for learning, memory, and other cognitive processes that underpin intelligence. One study of 38 women found that those who consumed more saturated fat relative to unsaturated fat performed worse on memory and recognition measures, indicating lower IQ over time. 4. Processed and high-fat meats. These meats, such as bacon, sausages, and certain cuts of beef, undergo processes that enhance flavor. Yet, the primary concern with them is their saturated fat and preservative content. Saturated fats raise levels of harmful cholesterol in the bloodstream, leading to the development of plaques in the brain's blood vessels. It restricts blood flow, depriving the brain of oxygen and essential nutrients. Oxygen and nutrients are vital for maintaining the health of neurons, the brain's functional units responsible for processing and transmitting information. Reduced blood flow may impair these processes, leading to a decrease in cognitive functions such as memory and problem-solving, crucial components of IQ. Preservatives, particularly nitrates and nitrites, which are added to processed meats to prevent bacterial growth and enhance color, pose their own risks. In the body, these compounds may form nitrosamines, chemicals known to cause oxidative stress and inflammation in brain tissues, accelerating the brain's aging process and contributing to cognitive decline. Several studies demonstrated that a dietary pattern high in certain meats, such as processed meats and red meats, was related to lower cognition and academic performance. 5. Alcohol. Alcohol, while often enjoyed socially, harbors the potential for profound impacts on brain health and cognitive function. Chronic alcohol use results in a reduction in brain volume metabolic changes and disruption of neurotransmitters, which are chemicals the brain uses to communicate. When alcohol is consumed, it crosses the blood-brain barrier, directly affecting the central nervous system. It disrupts the balance of neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers, leading to immediate changes in mood, behavior, and cognitive function. One of the key neurotransmitters affected by alcohol is glutamate, associated with excitatory signaling in the brain. Alcohol inhibits glutamate receptor activity, which may impair cognitive functions such as learning and memory. Conversely, alcohol enhances the effect of GABA, a neurotransmitter that reduces neuronal activity, leading to the sedative effects commonly experienced during intoxication. This imbalance between excitatory and inhibitory signaling disrupts normal brain function and may lead to long-term cognitive deficits. 6. High-sodium foods. High-sodium foods, commonly found in processed meals, fast foods, and savory snacks, have a notorious reputation for their impact on heart health, but their effect on the brain is equally concerning. Consuming too much salt leads to fluid retention, which increases the volume of blood in the arteries, leading to high blood pressure, hypertension. Elevated blood pressure may damage the delicate blood vessels in the brain, leading to reduced blood flow. The brain relies on a constant supply of oxygen and nutrient-rich blood to function properly. Any disruption in this supply may impair cognitive functions, including memory, attention, and decision-making skills, all critical components of IQ. Moreover, hypertension accelerates the process of cerebral small vessel disease, a condition characterized by the damage and narrowing of the small arteries in the brain. This condition may lead to the development of white matter lesions in areas of the brain that have been deprived of blood and, therefore, oxygen. White matter is crucial for efficient communication between different brain regions. Lesions in white matter disrupt these communication pathways, impairing cognitive abilities and potentially leading to a decline in IQ over time. A 3-month high-sodium diet in an animal model causes noticeable damage to their brain cells, particularly in a region called the hippocampus, which is crucial for learning and memory. 7. Fried foods. Fried foods, a staple in many diets worldwide, offer a crunchy satisfaction and flavor that many find irresistible. However, this pleasure comes at a cost. Fried foods contain unhealthy fats, including trans fats and saturated fats. When consumed in large quantities, these fats may be incorporated into the cell membranes, including those of neurons, making them more rigid. This rigidity disrupts their ability to form synapses, the connections through which neurons communicate with each other. Impaired synaptic function may lead to difficulties in learning and memory, both of which are crucial components of IQ. The consumption of fried foods is also associated with increased oxidative stress and inflammation within the body, including the brain. The brain is particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress due to its high oxygen consumption and lipid content. Chronic inflammation and oxidative stress may damage brain cells and are linked to the development of neurodegenerative diseases, such as Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease, which have profound impacts on cognitive function. According to studies, the frequency of consuming fried foods at home is significantly and inversely associated with cognitive scores. 8. Highly processed foods. Laden with added sugars, unhealthy fats, and a cocktail of additives, their impact on the brain is profound. These foods cause rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels. Consistently high levels of blood sugar and insulin may lead to insulin resistance. It impairs the brain's ability to use glucose effectively, depriving brain cells of their primary energy source. This energy deficit may impair cognitive functions such as memory, attention, and executive function, essential components of IQ. The impact of highly processed foods extends to the gut-brain axis, the bidirectional communication network between the gastrointestinal tract and the brain. These foods may disrupt the balance of the gut microbiome, leading to dysbiosis, which is associated with increased levels of systemic inflammation. Given the communication pathways between the gut and the brain, inflammation in the gut may contribute to cognitive decline and could potentially lower IQ. One of the ways processed foods may negatively impact the brain is by reducing the production of a molecule called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, further impairing cognitive function. 9. Soy products. The relationship between soy products and brain health is nuanced. Soy contains phytoestrogens, plant-based compounds that mimic the hormone estrogen in the body. Phytoestrogens, primarily isoflavones found in soy, may cross the blood-brain barrier and interact with estrogen receptors in the brain. Estrogen plays a crucial role in the brain, being involved in various functions including mood regulation, cognitive function, and neuroprotection. In theory, phytoestrogens could mimic or disrupt these actions, leading to changes in cognition and mood. However, the impact of soy on brain health may vary significantly based on age, sex, and hormonal status. For instance, postmenopausal women might benefit from the estrogen-like effects of soy phytoestrogens, which could offer some protection against cognitive decline associated with reduced estrogen levels after menopause. In contrast, the effect of phytoestrogens on the developing brain or on men's brains is less clear and potentially concerning if consumed in large amounts. A study found that higher consumption of tofu, a popular soy product among men, was associated with indicators of cognitive impairment and brain atrophy in late life. 10. High-Mercury Fish. Fish, especially varieties high in omega-3 fatty acids, are often celebrated for their brain-boosting benefits. However, a darker side of some seafood, particularly species that accumulate high levels of mercury, casts a shadow over these benefits. Mercury, a heavy metal and potent neurotoxin, may have profound impacts on brain health and cognitive function, potentially leading to a decrease in IQ. Long-lived predatory fish are particularly susceptible to accumulating mercury and may carry amounts over 1 million times the concentration of their surrounding water. When humans consume these fish, methylmercury enters the body where it may cross the blood-brain barrier and placental barriers, making it particularly dangerous to fetuses in pregnant women. Once in the brain, methylmercury exerts its toxic effects by binding to sulfur-containing molecules found in proteins and enzymes. This binding disrupts the function of these proteins and enzymes, leading to cellular damage. Neurons, the cells responsible for transmitting information throughout the brain and body, are particularly vulnerable to this damage. Thus, consuming such fish may destroy your intelligence over time due to the neurotoxic effects of mercury. 11. Aspartame-containing products. Aspartame, a widely used artificial sweetener in diet sodas, sugar-free gum, and low-calorie desserts, has sparked considerable debate regarding its safety, particularly in relation to brain health. Aspartame is made of phenylalanine, methanol, and aspartic acid. Phenylalanine is an amino acid that plays a crucial role in neurotransmitter synthesis. However, in high concentrations, it may disrupt the balance of neurotransmitters in the brain. Disruptions in their balance may affect cognitive functions and emotional well-being, potentially leading to mood disorders and cognitive impairments that could impact IQ. Moreover, in excessive amounts, aspartic acid may lead to overstimulation of neurons, a phenomenon known as excitotoxicity. This overstimulation may result in neuronal damage and death, particularly in areas of the brain involved in learning and memory, such as the hippocampus. Over time, excitotoxicity may contribute to cognitive decline and a reduction in IQ. Additionally, methanol, the third breakdown product of aspartame, is converted in the body to formaldehyde and formic acid, both of which are toxic. Formaldehyde is a potent neurotoxin that may cause protein and DNA damage in neurons, leading to cell dysfunction and death. The accumulation of damage from formaldehyde could contribute to neurodegenerative processes, further impacting cognitive functions and IQ. Until now, you have learned about the common foods that may be making you a slow learner, but there are many other foods that may be equally beneficial for your brain health. Now let's talk about 7 foods to protect your brain and boost your IQ. 1. Blueberries. Rich in antioxidants, specifically flavonoids, blueberries may delay brain aging and improve memory. Antioxidants help combat oxidative stress and inflammation, 2 conditions that may contribute to brain aging and neurodegenerative diseases. Their consumption has been linked to the protection and enhancement of brain cell communication, potentially boosting cognitive functions and IQ over time. 2. Fatty fish. Fatty fish are abundant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are crucial for brain health. Omega-3s aid in building brain and nerve cells, which are essential for learning and memory. The high levels of EPA and DHA in fatty fish like salmon, trout, and sardines support cognitive function, reduce age-related mental decline, and are linked to a lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. These fatty acids are also known to enhance mood and prevent depression, contributing to better brain function. 3. Turmeric. This deep yellow spice contains curcumin, a compound that may cross the blood-brain barrier and directly enter the brain to benefit the cells there. Curcumin is a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant that may reduce symptoms of depression and Alzheimer's disease. It boosts serotonin and dopamine, improving mood and aiding in new brain cell growth, which supports cognitive function and could potentially raise IQ. 4. Broccoli. High in antioxidants and vitamin K, broccoli protects the brain against damage. Vitamin K is essential for forming sphingolipids, a type of fat densely packed into brain cells. Studies suggest that higher vitamin K intake is linked to better memory and cognitive status. The antioxidants in broccoli may also help protect the brain from oxidative stress, reducing the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. 5. Pumpkin seeds. Containing powerful antioxidants, pumpkin seeds protect the body and brain from free radical damage. They're also rich in magnesium, iron, zinc, and copper. Each of these nutrients is important for brain health. Zinc and copper regulate nerve signals. Magnesium is crucial for learning and memory. And iron deficiency is often linked to brain fog and impaired cognitive function. 6. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate and cocoa powder are packed with a few brain-boosting compounds including flavonoids, caffeine, and antioxidants. Flavonoids gather in areas of the brain that deal with learning and memory, helping to slow down age-related mental decline. The caffeine content, while moderate, enhances brain function in the short term, improving mood, focus, and alertness. 7. Nuts. Nuts, especially walnuts, are good sources of protein, healthy fats, and vitamin E, which protect cell membranes from free radical damage, slowing mental decline. Walnuts, in particular, have high levels of DHA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid, which improves cognitive performance in adults and prevents age-related cognitive decline. Regular consumption of nuts may improve heart health, which is linked to better brain function, potentially boosting overall cognitive capabilities and IQ. While it's impractical to eliminate all these foods from your diet completely, understanding their potential impact on brain health may help you make more informed dietary choices. A balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats supports not only physical health but cognitive function as well. By prioritizing these foods and moderating the intake of those listed above, you may protect your brain health and maintain your cognitive abilities. We have discussed many foods for their potential risks associated with brain-damaging effects, but as we know, our daily diets play a crucial role in maintaining our overall health. If you're looking for more food-related videos, here's one we recommend you check out. Watch 50 foods you must avoid if you want to lose weight. Or watch the 12 healthiest foods you should eat every morning. Which of the foods mentioned earlier are currently in your diet? Let us know in the comment section.